Now, Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo had some glitches yesterday in their banking system where people deposited money and, well, it just didn't show in the balance. Now, apparently that balance would show up, but it would be several hours later. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. These banks have been having glitches for a few years now, and they seem to be becoming more frequent. And again, you have to wonder, how safe is the banking system? And I've said before that the banks are on shaky ground. Now, there was a bank failure yesterday. Citizens Bank of Iowa was put into receivership. Now, that is the 6th bank failure this year. Now, in relative terms, this is a small bank, but this bank had $66 million in deposits. And to me, this is a troubling sign because this bank is in Iowa, and Iowa is known for farming. This isn't an area of the country like Silicon Valley Bank, where you're relying on startup companies, you're relying on venture capitalists, more risky type money and investments, or even real estate. You're not going to have inflated real estate in Iowa, where many people are being foreclosed on. So if it's happening in Iowa, if a bank can fail in Iowa, how is the standings of other banks in some of the older parts of this country, some of the more beat up parts of this country? So that's something to think about. Now, Target, the store Target, is offering a Thanksgiving meal that you can buy for $25, and that's their way of fighting inflation. And what does that say about the country if these stores are packaging meals together because of the concern from consumers of inflation? That sounds pretty dire to me. And look, we're seeing the stock market go through the roof, and that's great, but the stock market is not the economy. People on the streets, they can't actually celebrate that the Dow went up 1,700 points this week. They're still worried about keeping their lights on, keeping a roof over their head. Now, and many of them are worrying, will they even be able to afford a Thanksgiving meal? So we have some segments of this economy, some segments of the country who are cheering, and we have other segments of the country who are actually in tears, wondering how they're going to make it, wondering how they're going to pay the rent at the end of the month. Now, Wells Fargo economist Jay Bryson said the Fed is done hiking rates, and I'm going to go against that prediction. They may be done for now, but I believe inflation rages next year, and the Fed is going to be behind the curve. As oil and other commodities take off, inflation is going to go with it, and then they'll begin hiking rates 3 or 6 months after. They'll be too late, as they were a few years ago. They'll be too late and too under aggressive when they begin hiking rates again, and they're going to be way behind the curve as inflation takes off. And we're going to see hyperinflation in this country, and it's going to be to the likes that we've never seen before. And we already have millions, tens of millions of people in this country who are living on a financial edge, and this is going to probably be enough when it begins to push them over. Now, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.